I'm in my newfound room at the Cab Medical, okay? They're monitoring me. My contractions are still 2 to 3 minutes apart. Now, again, I have a black team. And I am not making this about black or white. But I want you guys to know, because I hear so many people talk about how people neglect, black women. You know what I'm saying? And where it comes from. But I can only tell you my situation and where the neglect came from with me, okay? So they put me in the Cab Medical, and now I have another black staff, right? So they're coming in, and they keep giving me, it's something like, if you're having Braxton Hicks, this particular medicine is supposed to slow the Braxton Hicks completely down. So they just kept giving me a little bit of this medicine, and it would literally work for 10 minutes, and then I'm back in pain. They tried to give me magnesium, and the baby was okay, but then my heart rate sped up. So they had to take, and the magnesium worked, but they had to take me off the magnesium because it sped up my heart rate. So that didn't work. So then they tried something else. Then they gave me a little shot of morphine. Morphine worked, right? Yeah. But of course, you don't want to give, somebody morphine while they're pregnant and you don't know what's going on. Now, this is like Thursday, right? I'm in there Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, I'm still in pain. They're not giving me any pain management. Twice. From Thursday to Saturday, from Wednesday to Saturday, 2 times. One Wednesday night and one like Thursday or Friday night. They gave me a little dab of morphine, right? That's all I had. So I'm in labor from Wednesday to Saturday, mind you, taking it to the head. And I am like, it hurts so bad, but I'm like, okay, whatever I got to do. So the nurses, they coming in and they like, okay, because the doctor had already said, oh, she has Braxton Hicks, but because they 2-3 minutes apart, we can't let her go home. There was one nurse, and she was a black lady, and she was like, I am so worried about you, and I'm going to keep praying for you. She said, I know something is not right with you. I want you to know that I know that you're telling the truth. Why would you have to tell me that unless they didn't think that I was telling the truth, right? So, here's Wednesday, I'm in the hospital. Here's Thursday, I'm in the hospital. Here's Friday, I'm in the hospital. Come Saturday, they come in and they do their normal routine, but I can't keep the band on my stomach. If you've been pregnant before, you know what that means when you cannot keep that band on your stomach, right? That means it's time for labor. Or it's time for your water to break. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can't keep it on. So it's like, can you monitor? I was like, no, I can't. It hurts. So she's like, well, we need to monitor the baby. Look, you need to monitor me, okay? So she was like, give me 1 more hour. Just give me 1 more hour on the band and we're good. So within that hour, mind you, the whole time, because I'm in so much pain and my contractions are 2 to 3 minutes apart, they're not giving me pain management. They're not giving me proper pain management. They put a catheter in me so I didn't have to keep getting up, right? Cool. So this is between 12:30 and 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. So the nurse was in there. She had just got done. Now, she was nice, nasty, okay? So I was like, I have to pee. And she looked at me and she was like, okay, pee. Now, I do have a medical background, sidebar. But after I seen what was going on in the medical field, I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to be a part of that, okay? So she was like, well, pee. Okay, I have a catheter in. There's no way that I should feel that I have to pee. That's the gist of this for people that don't know. So I look at her, she look at me. And I said, you got to be kidding me. Okay, cool. So she walked out of the room. And I said, I'm finna scoop to the edge of this bed. And if I pee on this floor, that means my water broke. If I push, then that just means that, I'm feeling a sensation. I scooted to the edge of the bed. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to let the pee go. Swoosh. It went all over the floor. So I rung the bell, but I felt so much better. So it was my water breaking. So I rung the bell, and I was like, hey, can you tell the nurse to come here? I'm going to have an emergency. So I'm sitting there. She's like, okay, she's with another patient. She's coming. But it took this lady like 5 minutes. I hit it. I said, it is a real emergency. She come flying in there. How about when she get to the door, y'all, She straight panics. She see all the water on the floor. Oh my God, sit back, lay back, don't move. Please get in the bed. I'm like, you panicking. And I'm looking at her because I feel good now, okay? My water has broken and that is painful stuff, right? And I'm like looking at her. And she see the look on my face. I see the look on her face. And I'm like, yeah, panic, right? So she lose it. They go run, call the doctors, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying that they doing. So the doctor come in and he's like, hey, get a swab of it, sit it down, you know, test it for amniotic fluid, right? So they wanted to make sure that was my water break. So they was like, hey, how are you feeling? I'm feeling great now. You know what I'm saying? No thanks to DeKalb Medical. And so they ran it down and lo and behold, it was my water break. So then they came and was like, okay, we're going to give you pain management. I don't need no fucking pain management right now. I'm feeling all right. Like, I've been in here since freaking Wednesday, and here it is Saturday, and after my water break, you want to give me pain management? Oh, well, you know, we have to see. I said, but I told y'all I was in labor. I told y'all, well, you know, we really couldn't do anything because then that's illegal. I said, what you did to me should be illegal, like, right? So now they want to be nice, but they all look like crap in the face. Like, they just knew that I was faking about being in labor. And I was legit in labor. So then we scheduled for my C-section that night. Now, yes, he came early. But again, the previous doctor had already said she thought he was coming early. So I had took the steroid shot. So my son had developed, right? Lo and behold, he came May 26, 2018. And that was the 7-year anniversary of my mother's passing. And for 7 years, I took it so hard for so long, and I was self-destructing. So I know that that was God sending my son to me from the heavens, because that day was so bad. And I took that day and made it the worst, from the worst day of my life to one of the best days of my life. And so I get to celebrate on that day. That's what they wanted me to do, celebrate on that day instead of crying every year and leaning on alcohol, because mentally, you know, my mom was my rock. You know, she was my everything. So she, you know, he had purpose for coming on that particular day. So we go in, we have surgery that night. Stay tuned for the next part.